Well, meanwhile, the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is touring his European allies. He met the Swedish Prime Minister today, and both leaders signed a cooperation deal. Well, joining me on set now is our international affairs editor, Douglas Herbert. Doug, what do we know about this deal then? What's it about?
Well, what's about the beginning of a potentially massive aircraft export deal. It would be these fighter jets. They're called Gripen. They're produced by Sweden's Saab. The Swedish government would essentially be buying them from Saab and then supplying them to Ukraine. And the order calls for, within the next 3 years or so, ramping up production of these jets. It's a fourth generation of these jets, to perhaps 100 to 150 of them, sending them on to Ukraine. The Gripen are basically, when I said they're fourth generation, they've been around a while, but they were really deployed in combat. This new generation, for the first time this year, actually Thailand in its confrontation with Cambodia. And what they are is they're used in aerial air-to-air combat, sort of aerial bombardment missions, also reconnaissance missions. It's everything really, the type of jet aircraft, the jet fighters that Ukraine needs for its future air force, especially at a time where it's really more and more up against it in the face of higher technology types of Russian attacks, greater swarms of drones and missiles, almost night after night at this point coming from Russian. It's the type of deal that European countries have now been sort of hard-pressed to try to step up to the plate and provide, because as you see, Donald Trump's been stepping back from the Ukrainian front, no longer directly supplying Ukraine, and rather cajoling, you might use the word bullying, the Europeans to buy the weapons from U.S. stockpiles and then supply them on, that is, to Ukraine. So the Europeans have really been taking on the brunt. And within Europe itself, the Nordic countries, such as Sweden, which, let's not forget, just joined NATO last year, 2024. It's a new member of NATO, really trying to step up in this long-term cooperation agreement. Like I said, it's the beginning. They've signed a letter of intent, which really starts the whole process. Saab is going to have to ramp up its production of these jets, maybe over the next couple of years, producing 20 to 30 of them a year. I think the initial production's already 60 are in the pipeline. Like I said, up to 100 to 150 of them. It's a big deal, perhaps Sweden's biggest aircraft export deal ever. And I'll just mention he was in Norway before this. It's a swing of the Nordic countries. Norway's donating almost $150 million to Ukraine for natural gas to help it with electricity and heating through what's expected to be a very cold and difficult winter.